our purpose on purpose.
So today with us on Stool Talk, we're honored to have a special guest. This one I've been trying to get for a while now. So happy we finally got her on here. Here on Stool Talk, we walk in our purpose on purpose, and today's guest is definitely doing that. She put in a lot of work in the city league at Rogers High School. She owns the multiple records there. She got the school record for blocks. 11 rebounds, 23. She averaged a double double, almost a double double in five. She's putting in hard work, and now she's on the next level. D1 athlete, just another representative from Toledo, just showing the youth that they can achieve their goals and be able to play big time basketball. So today we have with us great student athlete Naira Clark.
Hi.
What's going on? What's going on? How did this journey with basketball start with you? What age were you when you first picked up a ball?
I was in eighth grade. I just got reminded of this horrible memory. The first time I was actually training and stuff, and that was only 5 years ago. I was just looking at the videos. It
Wow.
was it was
So
interesting.
when did you start to see your game transform? Being that you started 5 years ago and you seen your game progress, something had to be different. You a D1 athlete, so when did you see your game start to develop and what happened to allow your game to start to develop?
I feel like when I transferred to Rogers, that's when my game started to develop. That's when I started to take basketball more serious, because
Yeah.
I knew that I had to use it to go to college. So I knew something had to change. That's I started to go to training more, and that's really what happened. Then my junior year, I feel like that's when I really started to like be a whole different player. That's when I got my rebound record, and that's when I feel like I put in my most of my work junior year going into senior year for sure.
Yeah. So what does hard work mean to you, being that you put in the hard work and you were dedicated to get better? And who taught you or where did you get that from? Like, I need to be in the gym putting in this hard work.
I would say it was both my mom, my dad, and some of my little brother, because he always, hey, can we go to the gym? Can we go to the gym? Let's go to the gym. He always made sure we was in the gym if I wasn't gonna think about it. But my mom, she the one who got us a trainer for 5 in the morning every day before school. We used to hit the gym, me and my little brother. And my dad, he just when he got into coaching, like I just go to his practices with him, and he'd just work with me, and like it was just like different. Everybody contributed when it came to helping me. Definitely. Yeah, I just got reminded of that today. It was crazy to see how I grew so fast in a short amount of time.
Yeah. So did you start to see it gradually? Was it a instant, a sudden effect that you started to get better? Your game started to take on and you started to get good and you was like, man, I could do this.
Mm, I would say it was definitely not something that happened fast. It took about 2 years before I started actually like doing something. Like I feel like when I first started actually being good, when I first transferred to Rogers, like I feel like that put me in a place to play at a different level than I was being in my freshman year.
Yeah.
But I feel like my junior year is really when I started to take like a name, basically. Like when people started to recognize me was junior year. That's when I got my 23 rebound record. And I feel like I worked my hardest junior year going into my senior year.
Yeah. Did you were you aware of all the great players that, the Zaya Cooks are the great players that came from Rogers, the program, the history? Were you aware of that? It did that put pressure on you as you were over there?
Um, I was aware of it, but I feel like it didn't really put that much pressure on me. We had the name and the image, but I feel like we wasn't constantly reminded that people were there before us and they was doing good things. So I feel like we didn't have no pressure put on us. And yeah.
Yeah. When did you know that you know, made history and you had the school record of 23 rebounds, you had the school record of 11 block shots? Like, did they tell you, did it take a couple days? Like, and how did that make you feel knowing that you implemented and cemented, you know, your name in Rogers history?
So the 23 rebounds, I remember that day exactly. I remember that game. I just remember like grabbing every rebound. They talk about because you know Logan Love, she had the rebound record of I think it was 17 or 19
Uh-huh.
before me, and it was like all you need is two more to beat Logan record. I'm like, what? Because they at first they didn't tell me because at first Coach Smith he told them not to tell me because he felt like I would have got my head up, then I would have been doing some crazy stuff. So they didn't. I didn't even know that I was going to reach it. So then once I reached it right after the game, I got attacked with water, and it was cold. It was
Mm.
cold outside. I remember it was, but it was a great feeling. It really was. All my teammates was happy for me. Everybody was just happy, and it was just a great unexpected moment because I didn't even know I was there until fourth quarter. There was 2 minutes left. I'm like, wait, let me get two more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, when did you start reaching, you know, get offers from colleges and college reaches out, or how did that? Was you playing great in AAU? Did they come watch you? Did you play against another top player and bought and dog? You know, was a dog against her? Like, how did that process work for you?
So going back to when I said I felt like my going into my senior year, junior, then in my junior year, that's when I felt like I worked the hardest because that was my last AAU season, and I had played for my new team, Lady Zips. And I feel like that team really showcased me, and that's when I first started getting all my offers. Like I had zero offers. Well, I had one, maybe I think I had like a JUCO offer, but like I ain't had no like real top offers. And I feel like once I played that AAU season and I showcased like them coaches put me on a great stage to showcase my talent and had great players to play with, and we all left with something. I feel like that's when I feel like I started to take a really big leap.
Yeah, well, shout them coaches out. And what's something you learned in AAU that you use now?
Mm. I feel like something that prepared me, and I never had a team, an AAU team, and we had 6 hour practices.
Wow.
Never. And it wasn't like, it was like 3 hours, then we'll have a lunch, and then we'll have another section of practice. And I never been on the team that was like that. And now being in college, our practice will be just about that. It don't be 6 hours, but they need long practices and like practices that take a challenge on you because it needs so many aspects you got to stay focused on. But then you
Yeah.
know you have times where you zone out, and I feel like being on that team where we had them long practices, it really prepared me for college, and we had all fast paced drills. Like it was nothing slow. Like I feel like everything about that team like really showed me what college was gonna be about.
Yeah, got you ready. I love that. How did you get yourself prepared knowing that you were playing against top ranked other girls and you were playing against loaded teams and you were going to have to give it your best every time out? It wasn't going to just be no easy thing. How did you get your mind ready and grasp that to be like, you know what? Shoot, I can do this. I'm gonna be able to hold my own instead of being out there and being all nervous because you turned that into a college scholarship. You turned that into people knowing who you are, and now they watching you at Rogers.
Yeah, I feel like my whole thing is my personality. Like that would help me preparing for a game. Like me being prepared for a game, I can't be so tense and so focused on how I'm gonna perform because then I'm gonna overthink and then the whole game is gonna be me overthinking. I realized that me playing best is when I didn't have nothing on my mind before the game, where I just went in and just played. Like I didn't have no, oh, I got to do this, or I got to do this. It was just me going to play just to play, and I feel like that's what really like set me apart because I wasn't like I know a lot of people where they when they want to play so good, it just like it really take a toll on them, and that's
Hmm.
like I don't like to be that person because I'm just a happy person. So I like to just be free and happy, and on the court I'm happy. I'm just happy,
Yeah,
and I feel
yeah,
like that's what helped me.
yeah. What do you love about basketball?
I love it because honestly, like it's just in my mom and my dad, like they played when they was together, and like they was brought up on it, and
Yeah,
that was their escape. And when they explained to me, like when they explained to me their vision for me, it makes me see the vision for myself, and I just feel like they see so much in me,
yeah,
and it made me love the sport because it's like I didn't see this in myself. They pushed me to play basketball, so I know that they obviously what they think is true because I got this far and I didn't even want to play in the first place.
yeah,
So it was like I really give it to them.
yeah. And what does family mean to you, and how has that impacted you and made you want to go even harder because they seen something? And the pivotal thing in this now is you synced it and you said, I'm gonna go along with it. You could have rebelled. You could have said, no, I don't want to do this. But something inside you made you know they pushing me for the right thing. So what does family mean to you, and how do you continue to allow that to push you to greatness?
So I see both my parents as really dedicated people. Like, and I have 8 siblings, so that's a lot of kids, and that's a lot of people to take care of, and they do that every day, day in, day out. So it's like it's important to me because all my since I'm the oldest, or 7 of them, it's like I know that they need me to do something for them to want to do something too. Like
Yeah,
they don't want to do what I want to do, and I know that I'm gonna have to be better so they can want to be better than me. Like all my siblings, like they play a sport. Most of them play basketball. A couple of them play football, but they mostly play a sport. And I feel like I'm the main reason for it. To be
yeah,
honest,
yeah.
like truthfully, I really feel like I'm the main reason that they playing basketball.
Yeah, and not and I'm glad you brought that up because this is where I was going to tell you even eventually in the interview. This is why we do these interviews, spotlighting your talent, because just like your siblings, all them see you playing. Watch, there's some many girls that then went to McTide, junior high, and around the city league that went and like that's the girl that had 23 rebounds. That's the girl that got blocks. Mama, I want to play because they see you. They watching you on Big Board Friday, or they seeing you playing come to the game. So your story is going to help encourage the youth, encourage a younger girl to know, man, I play D1. I can play D1. You know what I mean? So big ups to you for continuing to, be somebody that the younger kids look up to. So how did it come about to you picking Akron, choosing Akron as a school, and how was that process for you?
I wouldn't say it was simple, but it was a lot easier because, like, since I'm already family oriented, like I feel like Akron was the school that gave me the most family oriented vibe. And me being away from home, I feel like speaking since I'm here now and I've been here for some months, I can say that I rarely get homesick. Like I feel like it be feeling so much like a family here. Like I don't even be worried about my family. I do miss them, but like yeah, I feel like it was the hospitality that brought me here and the constantly reaching out. Even when I committed, they were still constantly reaching out,
Wow.
still keeping in touch and everything. So I'm really glad with my choice.
Yeah, and what would you say to the youth, to the younger people that might be waiting on that college offer, or might have three schools to choose from too? What would you say to them to help make them to make a good decision?
I would say the biggest key is to be patient because like you might not get it the first time and everybody else might get it, but you always gonna have your time to shine and everybody time is gonna be there. So I feel like you just gotta be patient. You just gotta go with how you feel, like not go by how everybody else feel and how everybody think you should do it. Like go by how you feel, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that's in the position, not anybody else. So
Yeah. Has it sank in yet? That you playing D1 basketball? You at a university? Like, what was the feeling when you took took a step on the campus, your first practice. How was that? Like when you did that, it hasn't sank in yet?
It was like my first practice. I could say it was fun because they had made sure like they knew that like, oh, we got Naira the freshman. We know it's her first college practice, so they was just picking with me the whole practice,
Yeah,
and it made it fun. That's like they made it. They made sure that I had it sunk in that I knew that I was playing
yeah.
college basketball. They ain't let it rest. They was telling me every day. And like then when we went to Puerto Rico and I scored in the Puerto Rico game, they don't leave it. They don't
Wow.
leave it out. They be like, oh, then Lyra scored her first college points, and they always just bringing it up. That is my first college experience, first college. So it sunk in, and I'm really glad to have everybody.
Yeah. Well, what would you say to the younger girl basketball players about D1? Is it bigger, stronger, faster? Like, what's the difference between that and city league basketball or high school basketball, in your opinion, thus far?
I will definitely say it's bigger, stronger, and faster. I mean, yeah, like, and the competition level is, of course, way different. I mean, like in high school, you're playing people who really don't, like, you got some girls who really playing, but then, you got other girls who just playing just to play. But, in college, everybody is players. Like, everybody
Yeah.
is playing for something. So, everybody playing with hunger, everybody playing aggressive. It's not like high school where some people don't want to play, but some people do. So I feel like the competition level is higher, and like the competing level, like in practice, is higher. Like every day, I'm competing.
And what position do you play?
I'm a forward,
You.
forward.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. What do you bring to the table? If I got you on my team, what are your strengths and what's some things you think like you need to work on?
I feel like my strength is me being aggressive. Like I feel like I hit somebody before they hit me, and I feel like that's pretty much it. I mean, aggressive on offense, aggressive on defense. I mean, that's all you really need is
Yeah.
some heart, and I feel like I got that. But my realistically, like my disadvantages, I feel like not even disadvantages, like stuff I can get better at is just dribbling, like being more of a guard instead of a big man.
Yeah.
And since I'm a freshman, I feel like I got time and room to grow.
Yes.
And if I could do that, do what I did in 5 years, then I mean, all I need is two, and I'm about to do a 360 dunk.
For sure. On everything. Hey, it can happen. I just seen it on TikTok. One of the girls threw her teammate an alley hoop off the glass. I'm like, what's she doing? And the girl came through like boom. So hey,
That's gonna be me.
yeah. So if they give you the ball on the wing, is you pulling that three if you wide open?
Yeah, I am.
For sure. For
I
sure.
am.
Yeah. What excites you now about playing at Akron, and what are your expectations for this freshman season, individually and team wise?
I feel like I'm most excited for like to see how this team play. Like I honestly feel like this group and even my team feel like we feel like this group is probably the best group that's gonna come out of Akron. Like we just got so much talent on our team, and I just feel like we can go somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think the season gonna go pretty good, to be honest. I feel like we got many versatile players and different, like, we just got so many aspects that are where they need to be that I feel like we're gonna be in a good position this
Yeah.
season.
Is it any teams? Is it any players or games that you're looking forward to?
Um, I wouldn't say necessarily, but I guess I'd say specifically, I'm excited to play AUT because it's gonna be back at home.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, to see all the players, all the fans, all your family to be
I
there.
know my whole family gonna be there, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
have a section just for me. I know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. What are some of your favorite memories and times that you had in high school that you look back and just think about, when you're in your dorm room or when you just got time to yourself?
Well, I got my best memories in high school was, of course, my rebound record, and then I say senior night. Then I say winning districts.
Yeah.
That was nice because people didn't really expect it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everybody had like all the teams that was beating us. They had got put out already, and we was still going. So that was a fun moment for me. But like my last game, like our last game, that's a memory for me. I mean, it
Did you
wasn't
did I know
too
you
bad,
hey, I know
but
you a
we
G. I know you a G. Did you cry?
I did cry because we had just played Brian, I
Oh.
believe, and we got cheated so bad that game. Like it was so bad. Like I could, and I'm not the type to put it on the refs because you know, but it was the refs. Like it was so bad. So yeah, I mean, it was a bittersweet moment. I knew it was the end of the season, but I mean, I knew that I was going somewhere after it. So I felt like, you know, like it was sad, but it was nice to know that I'm moving on to something bigger.
Yeah. What do you hope to bring to Akron? How do you see yourself fitting in with the team chemistry and the system and what they want to do, what you guys want to do as a team?
I feel like I bring like just it might sound a little cliche, but I feel like just be myself because like I know that like my energy, the person I am and how I feed how the team feed off of me, I just know that I'm an important person here. Like every day I practice, I know I'm the one that's gonna get the team going because you know me just young and playing around with everybody. And everybody, you know, like I just uplift. I feel like that's an important aspect of me being on this team. I feel like because I know me as a freshman, I'm not gonna be able to do what I want per se. Like I'm gonna have to really like adjust to how they want me to be. Like if that makes sense. Like I know that like I'm gonna have to be the best person I am in my position in order for my coaches to feel comfortable to let me do other stuff. Like, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So I feel like one of my goals is to like to be the best person in my position, to be like every day like to take the next rep is harder than I did the last one just because I know that I'm in competition with all these people and I know that if I want to move on, I want to play like a three instead of a four and a five, then I know I gotta get out of perfect what I'm doing as the four and five.
Yeah,
So
definitely. And what I want you to do, like for all the young girls that's going to be watching, all the AU team members, all the young basketball players, all the mentees that's going to be watching, I want you to leave them words of encouragement, and I'm going to send this clip to them. Whatever comes to your mind, I want you to give them some motivation and encouragement about basketball.
my word of encouragement is to just try your hardest. I mean, you're not gonna get no time back. You're not gonna be able to. You shouldn't dwell on the things you should have did. You should know that you did tried your hardest and you did it. So my advice is to do your best every time you can.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And what do you love about the school academically? Because I seen your major is architect.
No, my major is marketing now.
Oh, you switched it. Oh, well, was I right from the beginning? But you switched.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I did want to go to architecture, but Akron ain't have architecture.
Okay. So you're in marketing now, and what would you like to do with that?
I do hair, so I would love to be able to like learn how I can market myself. You know, like basketball, you know, you market yourself. So I feel like once I learn how to properly market myself, then I just get like I feel like basketball is another stage for me to market myself, and I can market everything I do. And I just feel like oh, I just have confidence that
Yeah.
everything's gonna play out.
Yeah, and that's good to have. That's the how what does faith mean to you, and what does you having faith in yourself help you to know, like you said, you got confidence on the court. I got confidence in the class that you gonna do something, that you gonna be successful, that you gonna make it. What does that mean to you?
I feel faith to me, it means like just speaking positive to yourself, giving yourself a pep talk, like
Yeah.
just positive. Like I feel like that helped me a lot because I just know that I'm not gonna think of nothing negative because I'm a believer. If you speak on it, it's gonna happen. So I
Yeah.
speak on nothing but greatness because that's what I want to happen.
Yeah. And how have you been balancing practice, the workload, still living the freshman life, in school, getting, incorporated with the school, the timing and everything? How have you been balancing that with, your studies and with your education?
I just plan everything out. Like I have a calendar and I just write everything down so I can just see everything I need to do. And on my off day, that's when I try to do all my work. Like
Yeah.
so I try to do all my work for the week on my off day, like for the next week. So
Yeah. How far do you want to take this basketball thing? Do you want to go to the WNBA? Do you want to go overseas?
I feel like it's not one of my goals to go professional, but if I was introduced to the opportunity, I would definitely take it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I wanted to ask you, would you be wearing 33 this basketball season?
Of course.
But show, what is significant about the big 3-3?
Big 3-3, it ain't got no significance. I'm honestly, the truth is, my freshman year, I wanted number 32 because that was the number I started with.
Uh huh.
And I couldn't get it. So I'm like, double threes. I like double threes, So
Yeah.
just wait till I start shooting them threes and smacking them. Then y'all gonna know why they call me double three. For
Yeah,
real.
definitely. And how has it been being that you transitioned from high school, being in college with your father coaching you and being there? Do he still give you those talks? Do he still encourage you? Do he still like try to lead you in the right way? And how has it been since he's been there and you were growing?
It definitely, I could say being here has been an adjustment to my high school and previous times. My dad was coaching me simply because, like, it's like when I was at Rogers, like, I would say, my coach, he loved me. Like, like we had that bond, like that real, like, that bond. Like, and
Yeah,
I feel like, it's different to transition over here to a coach who really who don't really know you, but who know you enough.
yeah,
And I feel like that's been my biggest transition. But I know my dad, yes, he still talks to me. Coach Smith still talks to me. They all still talk to
yeah,
me. You know, they. So I feel like it all helped me because I'm realizing that I'm moving on in life. So it's like as long as they still in my corner, I still can talk to them when I need them for advice and everything. It helps.
yeah. And when it's all said and done, when you eventually hang your sneakers up, what type of player do you want people to know you as or remember you as?
I wanted to remember me as that person who was hooping all the time with a smile on their face.
Yeah, yeah. And I can see this. Let me ask you where your faith at and how you envision you. And like you said, you got time so day by day, but I can see you averaging a double double from the MAC conference. What you think about that?
I believe it's believable. I really do believe it's believable. I feel like I could really do that. But I feel like I can do that. I don't really have no other things to say to that.
Yeah,
I
for
guess
sure.
we'll see when
Yeah,
the
yeah,
season starts.
yeah. Yeah, and even just continue to grow, continue to get better because you're setting your sights on something that is in your width. It's something that you can be obtainable. It's something you can go after and get, and you are continuing to allow yourself to be special and be great because you got all these years ahead of you to do anything like you said with the business. You got NIL now, so you got a lot of stuff that you can tap into by just taking time and being great been having fun with it, and don't take it too serious, and playing the game that you love, because like you said, when you get to dribbling, your dribbling get down, then you gonna get to shoot. That's another aspect of your game. Now you're gonna be a forward that can spread the court, so now when they collapse, when they double team, they gonna kick the ball out to you. Now you draining the three. Now they gonna be like, man, how can we deal with her inside and out, just like that. What do you like to do when you're not playing basketball? What do you do for fun? I know you do hair, but what do you do to enjoy yourself, or even do you relax? Do you find time for yourself?
I do, and when I relax, I sleep. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I like to do. I like to sleep. If not, I like to like do like little projects on my computer and stuff, like interior design and like furniture and homes and stuff. But that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much a simple person.
Yeah. What
Easy to see.
what athletes or people are you patterning your game after, or are you kind of following nowadays?
I feel like I really like who I watch mostly. I feel like I be watching like old Katie
Uh-huh.
and like I be watching Angel Reese a little bit, but like not too much. I don't really, me personally, like as a woman, I don't really, I don't even know if I should say that, but like, but I just enjoy watching the men's better.
Yeah.
But I feel like women's, I watch women because I feel like they do fundamentals more better. But
Yeah.
like watching men be sweeter because they do more
And if you get that
crazy.
KD game in your repertoire, you really will be nice out here. Really will be nice. Last couple questions, I'll get you up out of here. Um, what would you say to the youth who are inspiring to, play basketball, play it at a high level, and not allow their surroundings, being that we're from Toledo, to, get in the way of it, and they continue to go after their dreams? What would you say to that?
I would say my best advice for that is to just know what you want for yourself and knowing what other people want for themselves. Like you gotta know what crowd you should not be in. Like you should know if somebody is doing something that you don't even see yourself doing. And I feel like the most important part is being able to say no to friends.
Yeah.
I feel like people' biggest problem is wanting to be friends with everybody. And that's where you mess up. I just feel like you just got to be able to say no to having friends for real.
Yeah. Definitely. And whatever comes to your heart, speak something positive to the youth as well.
Um, Whatever comes to my heart, I say don't get easily distracted. I feel like you should set goals for yourself, like manageable goals, stuff that you can actually be able to do, and it don't have to be like nothing crazy, but just something to say you accomplished. And I like just feeling that sense of accomplishment. It makes you feel like a whole nother person. And once you feel like so many accomplishments, like when you set goals for yourself and you crush them goals, like you become a different person. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
advice is to set goals, crush the goals, and don't get easily distracted.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we thank you. We're spotlighting you for your hard work on the court and off the court. Sky is the limit for you. You got so much potential, so much time ahead of you, and you're in a great position. May God continue to bless you to be that great player that you're going to be. May He give you the courage, the strength, the boldness. May He give you favor when you're down there at school, in the classrooms, on the court, with the coaches. May He be there for you to allow you to be great. Naira, you have everything inside you that you need to be great. So continue to be great, and have fun and enjoy. We're gonna be watching you. We're gonna be sharing your games, your pages, and allowing people to see your journey. Cause can't nobody do you like you do, and you killing it. And a lot of kids from Toledo are gonna see you and follow in your footsteps to be great.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Naira Clark.